Hello everyone. So today let us talk about advanced roadmaps. Now advanced roadmaps of course is a wonderful tool that we have within Jira. Of course it has uh, great features, and I have been using advanced roadmaps and the previous version of advanced roadmaps portfolio since the beginning. So I have a lot of experience. So of course right now in 2024 we just have advanced roadmaps. We don't really have portfolio, so let us focus on advanced roadmaps. Now whether you're using Jira Data Center or Jira Cloud, advanced roadmaps, I think broadly it has same features, but of course on Jira Data Center you get it by default, right? So there is no question of spending extra money. But when you're on Jira Cloud, then of course you have to be on Jira Premium to use advanced roadmaps. Now, I have been working with my clients where I have sometimes suggested them to move to Jira Premium so that they can use advanced roadmaps, and sometimes I have also suggested them not to move to Jira Premium because advanced roadmaps, although it looks great, it is wonderful, it has a lot of features, but it might not be the best solution for them. Now, I want to talk about a few things in this video. So, from my experience, mostly people when they use advanced roadmaps, they usually focus and they rely and they just use the hierarchy or basically the reporting capabilities, because advanced roadmaps, although it's a plan that you can create. So yes, you can create a plan using advanced roadmaps. You can basically make some or create some plans for the next few months, and then of course you can track it, you can update your Jira issues. So those features are great, but majority of people are actually using advanced roadmaps just to look at the hierarchy. So whether you are using just epic, story or subtasks, or maybe you have more levels on top of your epic, I think that view is really great. And when you have this view in Jira, then of course it gives you a very good snapshot of what is happening in your project. Now of course when you have your stories or tasks, or basically the issues that you're working on are from different projects, then everything can be consolidated in just one view. It was a bit windy outside, so I came inside. So yeah, I was talking about basically when and when not to move to Jira Premium. Now, the main purpose of making this video is to help you, because you may be tempted to use Jira Premium, or I should say you may be thinking that using advanced roadmaps will solve all of your problems, right? Now, I agree that when you're using advanced roadmaps, you of course have this wonderful view, and that is how, or that is why many people love it, because within just one view you can see everything, right? Like each and everything that is happening across your project or projects. And in my, like from my experience, I think, and it's a bit unfortunate, I think majority of people just use this feature. Of course, it has a lot of other features, like you have scheduling, you have cross project releases, you have dependency view, and then of course you can have different group by views that you can create. Yes, people create those views, but I think apart from just using those views, people don't really use the full capabilities of advanced roadmaps, and it is fine, because even if you are using that view where you are able to see everything happening across your projects, then it is wonderful, because natively in Jira you don't really have this capability. Now when I work with people, especially when I work with project managers, and especially those project managers who are responsible for not just one but multiple projects, then they want this feature, and they of course want to see what is happening across multiple projects. And although I'm not really a project manager, but I don't really think this is relevant in all the cases. Yes, when you go to an epic, like imagine that you have one project. Let us say you have 3 projects and they are all contributing towards a common feature. Then of course you can benefit from having this view. of advanced roadmaps, but when you move to Jira Premium, there is also cost involved, right? And it is not always feasible or possible for each and every organization to pay more, because Jira is not really free, right? So when we recommend, or when we suggest, or when we not suggest to move to Jira Premium, we also have to ask them if cost or budget is a constraint for you. So if budget is not a constraint, then yeah, why not? I mean, you have this wonderful capability. But if budget is a constraint, then always work with your project managers. I mean, I'm also making this video for Jira consultants. So you need to work with your project managers, enable them to search in Jira and find their own issues or relevant data across different projects, help them create different dashboards. So of course, it won't be like a timeline view where you have everything, but like in just one view, but you can still do quite a lot. So this is something that I would say that you have to also think about if you are a project manager, because if you are working for a company where they don't really have a lot of money to spend on Jira Premium, then at least you have Jira. So try to use Jira and get the most out of it. That is how we consultants are here for you to help. And advanced roadmaps, although it is great, but I think it also lacks in certain areas. For example, of course, you can create dependencies. Now, of course, in Jira, we all know that we don't really have different type of dependencies, which is again a shame. But I think advanced roadmaps, the whole idea is to have like a very simple, but also not very complicated plan or a road mapping tool. So apart from these limitations and of course the cost, which of course I mentioned earlier, but I think it's a good tool. It's a great tool, and unfortunately, even though it has a lot of features, not everyone is actually using it fully. And the problem is that advanced roadmaps, even if you want to use the full features, it is very difficult. I mean, we have to be honest about it. Yes, you can feed in the information. Yes, you can tell your advanced roadmaps that I have these stories, and I have done the estimation, and I have these team members, which is again I don't really like a lot, because when you create those team members or when you create those teams, you are not really doing capacity management. It's just like team is nothing but a group. Kind of a group. It's not even a group, but it's like basically a group of people. And what you do with that particular group is again not massively useful. Yes, you can map a team to a Scrum board, and then when you feed your Scrum, like a plan with these Scrum boards with and associated teams, then those team members or those teams will get priority. But that is it. You still have to assign things yourself. And yes, I think I heard, or I think I read somewhere that in maybe in future, or maybe it has already happened, I need to check. I think the assignments can also happen easily. But again, I think if you talk about all the features of advanced roadmaps, I think just having advanced roadmaps with this view where you can see everything is amazing. And yes, you can create scenarios, which although I have trained a lot of people on this, but not many people are actually able to I mean, they can create scenarios, but they don't really massively find it useful. I think advanced roadmaps works really well when you have like a very proper by book agile processes, when you're following Scrum by book, which is rare. I think I just based on my experience, I think I met maybe a couple of teams where a few Scrum masters who were like really good in what they were doing, and of course their company was supporting them, because even if you have all the skills and experience of doing Scrum, you also need support from stakeholders, right? Because it is not really that easy. I remember once I was in Bangalore. I think it was in Bangalore, somewhere in Bangalore, where I met someone, and they were actually following Scrum by book. It was surprising, and I think in those cases, advanced roadmaps will work, because it is an agile road mapping tool. All right, that is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you found this video useful and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.